If you grew up gaming in the 80s and 90s, you're likely to remember Rampage, an arcade game featuring 3 giant monsters. It was subversive for its time, allowing you to play as the enemy, raze buildings to the ground, eat people and destroy anything in arm's reach. Flash forward then to 2021 and we have Gigapocalypse, what I'm going to call a Rampage-like. The game is currently out in early access on Steam and features 3 Gigas, or monsters, in its launch build. One of which looks like a T-Rex, another like a giant cockroach, and there's 6 more Gigas planned in future updates. Gigapocalypse is a side-scrolling affair. With each run you gain experience and money to upgrade and customise your Giga. You can also obtain and equip pets which aid you on your quest of destruction. Plus there's a Tamagotchi style hub game where you can feed your baby Giga and clean up its poop in between runs. How lovely. With its colourful pixel art style, a pumping heavy metal soundtrack and a plethora of customisable options, Gigapocalypse is already an indie gem well worth a look. Here's a question. If your most distinctive physical feature could be imbued with magical attributes giving you untold powers, what would it be? For me, it might be my unruly hair. For Branson in Beard Blade, it's his beard, which becomes a weapon of destruction. The story goes as follows. Branson, a farmer, has his flock of sheep stolen. He stores away on the thieves' boat and ends up on a magical island with strange creatures aplenty. The developers have absolutely nailed the look and feel of the Super Nintendo era. In fact, I'd argue this is one of the most authentic 16-bit experiences I've played this year. Beard Blade features typical, albeit very polished, platforming levels. You can jump, spin in the air and attack with your beard, which takes the shape of a mace and sword when used. There are plenty of upgrades along the way, allowing you to obtain hard-to-reach collectibles. These, obviously, need to be bought at the barbershop. Perhaps the most unique aspect of the game is its day-night cycle. Levels feature 2 differing paths, each only accessible depending on the time of day. This effectively means you'll be playing levels twice if you want to see everything. The tropical pixel world is gorgeous, the characters look like something out of a cartoon, Popeye comes to mind, and the beard mechanics are truly unique. It's out now on the PC via Steam and likely to release on consoles sometime in the future. b.ark, or b.ark, is a lovely little cartoon space shoot 'em up about 4 furry friends on a quest to stop a megalomaniac fish. There's Barker the dog, Felicity the cat, Lucio the bear and Marv the rabbit, who in many ways reminded me of the characters from Nintendo's Star Fox series. Like classic arcade shooters such as Gradius and R-Type, b.ark is an automatic side-scroller where you blast waves of enemies, navigate environmental hazards and face off against giant bullet hell bosses. Whilst playing alone is enjoyable, the game really comes alive in 4-player couch co-op, where you can fuse together for powerful attacks. With its colourful Paw Patrol-esque graphics, b.ark may look like a game for younger players, but it's no pushover, particularly on Insane mode, which unlocks after you've completed the game once. It's a short game featuring only 6 main levels, but there's a boss rush mode and unlockable secrets to add replay value. All in all, I found it to be a lovely little distraction from some of the more lengthy, narrative-heavy games I've played recently. It's out now on the PC and the Nintendo Switch, the latter being the perfect console for some co-op action. Creepy Tale 2 really does live up to its name and improves on the original 2020 indie puzzler in almost every way. Inspired by the works of the brothers Grimm, what we have here is an engaging and quite inventive fairy tale adventure starring a young boy, Lars, on a quest to save his sister from malevolent forces. To start with, the hand-drawn art style is gorgeous and looks like a cartoon, or the sort of picture book you'd read to a child. Character animations are fluid, and unlike the original, you're able to move Lars from the foreground to background of each area as you search for clues on the whereabouts of your sister. The pace of the game is excellent, with each of the 3 chapters broken into self-contained sections, with thankfully no backtracking whatsoever. Each area builds on the last, making it feel like you're on a grand journey. Puzzles are creative and actually quite subversive in places. For example, in a nod to a section from the first game, you become captured by a cannibalistic couple, Hansel and Gretel style. To escape, you have to craft a poison and lace the broth bubbling on the stove. But without giving too much away, it's not simply a case of getting your captors to drink the soup. In fact, one of the 2 spits it out immediately. These types of unexpected twists and turns add to the unsettling, often claustrophobic atmosphere of the game. Creepy Tale 2 is a highly polished indie. To me, it's the perfect sequel. I can't imagine anyone who enjoyed the original not liking this. It's longer than the first game, about 3 to 4 hours, features improved graphics, better gameplay, and has more creative puzzles. It's out now on the PC via Steam, and will undoubtedly hit consoles sometime in the future.
Come in, boy. Eat, rest. I won't do you any harm.
To keep up to date with all things indie gaming, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to get notifications so you never miss a video. Feel free to comment below on which of the featured indies most interest you, and also don't forget to click the like button if you enjoy the video, as it all helps feed the YouTube algorithm. I'll leave you with Wonhon, A Vengeful Spirit. Set in an alternative 1920s era Korea, Wonhon is the story of a murdered girl who returns to the realm of the living to exact her revenge. With its stealth elements, think of this as a sort of supernatural Metal Gear Solid. Until the next video guys, keep loving indies.
She bides her time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Her ruthless enemies leave no margin for error. But she is vengeance incarnate. She cannot be stopped. She is judge, jury, and executioner. What the hell?